Hey, it's Bryan with DD214 Transport. I forgot my damn name. That's sad. It's been a week, man. But look, guys, I'm glad you're here. It's Wednesday at 7 o'clock, and we got a great show for you tonight. We're going to talk about leasing on or running under your own authority. Now, tonight, I have two wonderful guests, too. I've got Robert. He's back. He's leased on to us. He's a company owner. And I've got Amon. He's here. He is in the throes of a new MC. So we're going to be able to talk. We're going to be able to go through it. We're going to see what the pros and the cons are. Before we go down the rabbit hole too far, I want to ask you to like and subscribe, hit the little bell for notifications, and I want to, there we are, let you know the title, Own Authority or Lease on Carrier. Let's be clear. Now, guys, I did this show just about a year ago, the same show. And I am getting so many questions right now about this and why I recommend what I recommend that I thought we might want to do a refresher course. All right, before we get going too far, I want to thank our veterans and first responders for all they do and all they continue to do for this country. We would not be the country we are without them. And, I want to talk to you guys just a minute about this fuel price situation and, fuel being your number one expense in this business. If you're not taking care and paying attention to what you are doing and staying out of these truck stops, you will go broke. Okay. You're making other people rich with this truck stop stuff when we don't need it. We don't need it. Last time I told people about truck stop and QT that was a mile away. Guys, this is across the street. Okay? And that Circle K has come. Diesel, Dickens, fuel line. Look at the difference. Okay? So think about that. Be on top of your fuel every day. All right, tonight, own your own authority, lease on to a carrier. We are here. Let's be clear about what we are talking about. Things in this world have changed. And the way it used to be to run out and grab your own authority and go really doesn't work well now. So again, we've got Robert on hold. We've got Amon on hold. And we're going to be talking about this in depth. So, you're out there running hard, you're putting in the miles, but now calls are starting. Why don't you just get your own authority and run? Others say, man, it's better to lease on, no headaches. Well, tonight we're diving into the decision that defines your future in trucking. We're going to talk about it. It's not a theory. It's facts. It's pressure. It's real. And these guys are going to talk about it for you here. So, understanding that just about 1 year ago today, I did this same thing. And the reason I started to do this again today was because last week I had a gentleman say, well, I thought you told me to get an MC. I'm like, hell no, man. I would never tell you to get an MC. Not right now. But anyway, I had to end up sending him that saying, look, I've been saying this for a long time, not just 5 minutes. All right. So what do we mean by lease on versus your own authority? Lease on, you're an owner operator. Okay. You're an owner operator, but you're running under someone else's DOT and MC number. They handle the compliance, the dispatch, the billing, sometimes fuel cards and the insurance. But you are an owner operator and you are a business owner. Okay. What's it mean to own your MC? You're a business owner and you operate under your own DOT and MC. You are the company. You handle all aspects of the business. You have full freedom to take a nap at noon and do no work, but then you have full responsibility and risk should you not. So, yeah. All right. I want to stop this right now with the lease. Oh, sorry about that. Pushed the wrong button. All right. So, listen, I'm going to give you the story about why things in this market are the way they are now. Back pre-COVID and COVID, you could go get your MC and go, and it was that simple. Again, you're responsible for everything, but you could do it, and you could make it work. Now, things have done a 180. And I'm going to give you the story behind why things changed right now. C.H. Robinson, a trucking company, but C.H. Robinson, a trucking company / broker, had a contract with Costco to move a bunch of freight. And as brokers do, most of them, they're going to hire out to the lowest bid, basically. They're going to try to get it for as cheap as they could get it. Well, in this case, they hired a driver or a company with a CSA score that was 3 times the national average. It's terrible, terrible. And this particular driver under that particular load caused a wreck, made a guy paraplegic. And this guy sued everybody. Sued Costco, sued C.H. Robinson, sued the company the guy was driving for, the whole 9 yards. Well, C.H. Robinson went like this. Look, we're just the broker. The guy had insurance. So C.H. Robinson just threw their hands up and said, look, we're just a broker. The guy's insurance was good. We let him have the load. We're out. Well, this was in a federal court, and the judge said, no, you have a responsibility to vet these companies that you're hiring. You knew, or you should have known, that the CSA score, the safety score of this company, was 3 times the national average. Okay. Well, C.H. Robinson and Costco appealed that, and it went to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court refused to hear it. Got mandated back to the lower court. Lower court's ruling stood. Okay. Now, when all this went down, now the brokers are scared to death, and they're not just willy-nilly, and they put things in place that if you're a new MC, you better have, 90 days under your belt or 6 months. Some of them are a year. Some of them require a year and 2 roadside inspections before they'll even talk to you. Okay. So this is what happened. Now, all right. So here you go. Leasing onto a carrier. Here are your pros. You got a lower startup cost. There's no need to get your authority, shop insurance, IFTA, UCR, ELD set up, etc. Most carriers will even front you the overhead, fuel cards, permits, and even dispatching. Number 2, you have fewer compliance headaches. You're not the one dealing with DOT audits, record keeping, or drug consortium setup and maintenance. They handle the IFTA, the driver files, and the hours of service tracking. Consistent work. When you lease onto a company, you have instant access to loads with no waiting 3, 6, 9, or 12 months. You get better loads while you're still learning, okay? When you're still learning. Group benefits is some carriers offer discounts on fuel, tires, maintenance, and insurance. Dispatching and billing. Less time chasing brokers or tracking down unpaid invoices. You're mostly just focused on driving and delivery. Okay. Cons, lower pay. You're only getting a percentage, commonly 70 to 80%. Okay. Carrier rules, appearance requirements, equipment age, maintenance standards, your truck, their rules. Lack of branding and independence. And I don't know that if you're leasing on, do you really, that sort of kind of cuts both ways. If you're not looking to build a trucking company, you know, that's just not right. You're under their DOT number. You're not building your own MC or brand or authority. Well, I've got many drivers that just want to drive and go do it and don't want to have to deal with all the BS that happens out back. You're not growing equity in your company. You still cover the truck expenses. Of course you do. It's your business. Fuel, maintenance, insurance, physical damage, NTL, still on you. Either way, it's still on you. Running under your own MC authority. All right. You have total control, or you think you do. It's more of a thought process because you really don't. I mean, you're there working. You really don't have total control of anything. Control is a fallacy in your mind. But you do have total responsibility. And that's a fact. That is absolutely a fact. All right. The pros are you get 100% of your revenues minus your factoring and expenses. You can negotiate runs or rates, run your own game, do what you want. You get total control. Choose where, when, and how you want to run. But you better believe if you ain't out there running, you're broke. You can build your own customer base or use any broker you want. You build business equity. Create a real brand if you want to, and a book of business. Potential to grow into a fleet or sell the company. You know, you have those options. Direct access to load boards and customers. DAT, Truck Stop, CH Robinson, TQL are all open to you. You can also go after local shippers and establish direct contacts. You're the boss. Set your own policies, take time off, decide how aggressive or passive you want to be. That's a fact. The things that's not here, even though, you know, the thing that is not in this, and it may have the cons. It may be. Look here, the cons. High startup and operating cost. Okay. So all the money you think you're going to make is going to leave you here. Authority filing, insurance down payments could be $10,000 or $15,000. You got permits, ELD, compliance tools. You'll spend thousands just to get rolling. You have the full compliance burden. Guys, this isn't no joke here. Everything's on you. You miss something, the fines stack up. You don't do it, the fines stack up. You do it incorrectly, the fines stack up. Yeah. You go too much and they'll shut you down. No built-in freight when you first start. You got, you got 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months. you're going to struggle to get loads. Okay. It's just a fact. You must chase the loads or build relationships from scratch. The market can be brutal if you're not ready for it. And you go, cash flow issues. Brokers can take 30 to 45 days to pay unless you're factoring. Okay. You cover fuel repairs and breakdowns while waiting on your pay. So not only do you have to wait on your pay, but you got to cover everything while you're waiting. All right. Final verdict. Which one is for you? If you are not, I'm going to say this again as loud as I can so everybody understands where I'm coming from. And it's fairly simple. If you are not looking to build a trucking company, and I mean, if you're not going out there and you're not saying, hey, I want to build this up to be something, then lease on. If you're just starting out, lease on is usually the smarter move. It lets you learn the ropes while you build your cash reserves. Now, if you are looking to build a trucking company and you've got experience and a shit ton of capital and a hustle mindset, owning your own sea gives you the opportunity for unlimited growth. But it is a high risk, high reward game, guys. And there's no easy way to get around it. You either win at it or you lose at it.